I'm Shannon Elwood, the Scholar Coordinator for the Georgetown Scholarship Fund. For today's Scholar Spotlight, we will be introducing to you Cameren Williams. Oftentimes we are asked what our Snow Scholars are like or what qualities we look for in a candidate, and this question can be hard to answer because it's not something that can be summed up into one word. That is why we felt it so important to highlight Cameren today. So just so you know, Cameren received our scholarship back in 2018. She is currently attending Juilliard and is studying Viola Performance. So my first question for Cameren is, what drove you to Viola Performance? Why did you choose that path?
Well, thank you for having me today. I'm really looking forward to speaking more. And so basically, I never really questioned my um, passion for music. Music is something I've been um, doing my entire life pretty much. I started piano when I was 2, and then I started violin when I was 5, and I started singing when I was 7, and then I picked up
Mhm.
viola when I was 11. So once when I played violin, I pretty much knew that's what I wanted to do. I really loved playing in orchestra, and I loved playing with other people, and just the really communal experience I got from playing. And so
Mhm.
once I started viola, a new passion grew. I started to excel more in music. I started to perform a lot more, and it was just something I really loved to do. So there was really no question for me about what I would go into and pursue
Mhm.
um, as a career and as a major in college.
And what are your future goals with viola?
So for the majority of my musical career, I have wanted to do chamber music, which is basically just playing in small ensembles.
Mhm.
And I still love chamber music. I love it so much. But recently, I've been thinking a lot about doing orchestra. And so, that's like the large symphonies, and you play, Beethoven and Brahms and Berlioz and all these amazing composers. And so hopefully I will be in like New York Phil or London Symphony or Berlin Philharmonic, which is my favorite orchestra. I love those orchestras. And I would also really love to teach. I love, passing on what I know to other people.
Mhm.
I specifically like teaching like really young students, and I also like teaching at like the college level.
Mhm.
So it'd be really nice to have a job at a university or a conservatory, even like being a professor at Juilliard would be something I'm interested in.
That's awesome. And on the note of your love for teaching, I do remember in your application when you applied for the scholarship in 2018, you wrote that you actually offered lessons to students at a cheaper rate. Is that still something that you do?
Yes,
Mhm.
I don't teach privately in New York, but I do teach privately here at home
Mhm.
whenever I come back. And so, yeah, that is something I still do. And I actually just got a fellowship at Juilliard. It's with the Music Advancement Program. And so I'll be a teaching fellow there on Saturdays when those students come and when the pre-college students come. So I will be starting to teach again in New York.
And then the other thing I wanted to ask was about your foundation. When you were, was it middle school when you started a nonprofit?
I started Kamine Strings my freshman year of high school, the first
Okay.
semester of my freshman year of high school. Yeah. And
Mm.
so foundation, we started it because I had gotten a new instrument, the instrument that I currently have. And the instrument cost, it was a lot of money. And originally my parents couldn't afford it. So I sent it
Mhm.
back. But then my grandmother saw how much I loved the instrument and she decided to buy it for me as a surprise. And so, that just got me thinking about how, of course, technique and stuff. Technique is a huge part of our playing, but at some point, your technique surpasses the instrument and your equipment. And so, at this point, if you don't have the resources to get that equipment, then
Mhm.
you're just sort of like stuck in this limbo within the music that you play. And so I wanted to sort of make a change with that, sort of starting at the foundation. And so I created the nonprofit in order to get donated instruments, repair them, and donate them back out into different communities in South Florida. So um, I give them back to schools, after school programs, and things like that. And so really foundation has flourished a lot within the past 6 years. Obviously it's only been 6 years, so it's still sort of a baby
Yeah.
foundation, but we made a lot of progress, and my whole
Mhm.
family is involved, and so it's a really, I think it's a really special program and foundation.
We really love that you created that foundation, and you said your family's involved, so you have a younger brother and sister that are involved in it as well.
They really got involved within the past year with the foundation because we wrote a book called
Yes.
Kinderlute, a young musician's guide to taking care
Mm-hmm.
of their string instrument.
Here, I just wanted to
Yes,
show it off really quickly. But it's a
yeah.
great book. We had the chance to read it, and it's in our front office if anyone ever wants to check it out.
And so basically the book just gives really basic instructions on the how you take care of your string instrument. So things like, don't turn the pegs if you haven't learned how to use the pegs. Make sure to wipe off your instrument when you're done playing so that way the varnish stays intact. Make sure to loosen up your bow when you're done playing so that way the bow hair doesn't fall off. Very basic things that beginners and also their parents can learn together, because a lot of times when students start a string instrument, their parents may not even know what to do with the instrument, and so if they're starting young,
Mhm.
it's nice for them both to have that general simple understanding.
We really love that you have this mission, and that your family is a part of it as well. It's just really amazing. Um, Another question I have for you is how you came to learn about George Snow and what your experience was like in your senior year.
There are different rounds with the application process, and so as I was filling out the different information boxes, I was like, oh man, I don't know how this is going to go, like, and usually I don't have that great of luck, so I was like, oh, I really hope I get this. And so I kept getting into like the next round, and I was like, I
Uh-huh.
was not nervous, but like I think anxious is a better word, because you keep going and you're getting so close to the finish line. And so I think the whole application process, it was fun but also stressful, because
Hmm.
you really want something and you're getting closer and closer. And so once I received word that I got in the scholarship, I was so excited. My whole family, we were all so excited. We were like, oh my gosh, I can go to college.
What was your favorite part, or what is your favorite part about being a Snow Scholar? What do you like most?
Well, I really like the fact that the scholarship, like you guys stay in contact with us throughout our entire, undergraduate careers, and very involved with us. I feel like some scholarships, they, you apply, you find out if you get it or not, and then if you did get it, there's like a process for you getting the money, and then like you just sort of don't really hear from them. But I really like that at the George Snow Scholarship Fund that you guys have different programs for us throughout the year. You guys give us internship opportunities, and you really allow us to sort of be a part of the platform and allow us to tell our stories through your social media and even through these interviews that you're conducting now. And so I think that's what I really enjoy about it. And I like seeing other snow scholars, like on the Instagram whenever they do the Instagram takeovers. And I know there's actually another person at Juilliard that's also a snow scholar. So it's been really nice, like getting to know her too.
Oh, that's awesome that you were able to get connected. I did just want to say, with aside from the programs that we offer, one of my favorite parts is the fact that we do get to keep in contact with you, because I mean, I feel like if I were to work somewhere else where we just write you one big scholarship check and then don't hear from you, I'd constantly be wondering how that person has excelled academically. And it's so nice to see our scholars grow and where they end up at the end of, at graduation, and then where they go and for a career. So I think it's really fun for me to see, especially in those scholar takeovers, because we, we're here based in Boca, and our scholars can go anywhere. They can go to any accredited college. So we can't, we don't always get to see them that often. So it's great to have that time to check in with you all and to see how you're doing. It's really nice for us. And then the last thing before we go is, you said that you were going to do a quick performance with your viola.
So, I am going to play a little bit of the first movement from Hindemith's Sonata for Viola and Piano, Opus 25, number 4. without the piano part, of course, but it's still a really fun piece with the viola. So yeah, I'll just get my viola.
Okay, I'm really excited to see this.